I'm Jerome. I'm married now, with kids, but back in the 1980s, something happened to me that I can't forget to this day. I was with Elaine, my girlfriend at the time. We were just tourists in the province, and on a whim we decided to hike up the Dead Mountain, a place known not for its beauty, but for all the eerie tales that surrounded it. I'm not really sure what got into us to climb it. Maybe it was youth, or maybe we were just looking for a thrill. We started our hike under the bright sun, carrying some food, water, and a cross my grandmother had given me from the Vatican. She said it would protect us. I wasn't really religious, but I took it along out of respect for her. As we climbed higher, I felt a strange heaviness in the air. It was a kind of cold that felt unnatural, but I brushed it off, thinking it was just nerves. Elaine commented that there was a chill that seemed odd, especially since the sun was high above us. About halfway up, a thick fog suddenly surrounded us, so dense that we could barely see the trail. We decided to stop and rest beneath a large tree, hoping the fog would clear. Then, we started hearing strange noises, voices that sounded like singing, but not like anything human. The sound was muffled, almost as if it was underwater, yet clear enough to send chills up my spine. I could tell Elaine was scared too, as she clung to my arm tightly, refusing to let go. Soon we started seeing strange figures moving in the mist. One of them looked like a large man with a horse's head, a tikbalang. It stopped in front of us as if to block our path. I was terrified, but I knew I had to keep it together. I reached into my bag, gripping the cross tightly. As soon as I did, the area around us seemed to light up, and the tikbalang slowly vanished, replaced by a group of soldiers. They looked like ancient soldiers in uniforms from the Spanish colonial period. They stared at us with a mix of confusion and longing, as if they were searching for a way out. One of them approached and started to speak, but I couldn't understand him. His words sounded like a mix of Spanish and Tagalog. He told us they had been trying to find their way home for years, and many of them had already perished along the way. Before I could ask anything, they faded away, dissolving into the mist. As we continued our trek, we came across old villagers and native people performing some sort of ritual. Some of them carried handmade weapons, spears and shields, and they all looked at us as though we didn't belong. An elder among them muttered something I couldn't understand, and I felt a deep sense of unease. Once again, I clutched the cross my grandmother had given me, feeling a strange warmth emanate from it. I felt a sense of protection, so we pressed on despite our fear. As we hiked, the figures around us grew stranger and more terrifying, dark spirits lurking behind trees, shadowy encanto gathering among small bushes, and demonic creatures waiting just off the path. Elaine nearly fainted in terror, but I held her close and recited prayers my grandmother had taught me. Every time I clutched the cross, the darkness around us would retreat, though only briefly. Time became meaningless on the mountain. The sun never rose or set. It was as if the day was frozen. We had no idea how long we'd been wandering, but I knew we'd been going in circles. Our clothes were ragged, and hope was slipping away. I held Elaine tightly, promising her I wouldn't leave her side, no matter what happened. One evening, just as we thought all was lost, we reached a clearing at the mountain's peak. Here, the light of my cross seemed to guide us, and I realized it was showing us the way out. We began our descent, though I knew it wouldn't be as simple as just walking back down. As if by some miracle, we suddenly found ourselves back where we'd started, but something was different. Things seemed out of place. When we returned to the village, we were hit with a shocking revelation. 3 years had passed since the day we started our hike. Somehow we had been gone for an astonishing 3 years, though for us, it had felt like only a few days. To this day, I still have that cross, a constant reminder of the horrors Elaine and I experienced on the dead mountain. Each time I look at it, I remember the spirits, the soldiers, and the ancient people we encountered there. The dead mountain is not a place to tread lightly. It's a realm where spirits and lost souls dwell, a world full of secrets known only to those who are fortunate or unfortunate enough to survive. Thanks for tuning in to our show tonight. If you enjoyed the stories and want more thrilling tales that'll keep you on the edge of your seat, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our spine-chilling episodes. We've got more eerie stories, mysterious encounters, and fascinating topics lined up just for you. So stay connected and keep the chills coming by subscribing today.